All right, if you are a fan of NCIS, you probably are a fan of Tony and Ziva. How could you not be? Now the beloved couple is back, but with their own series.
Yes, so to tell us more, we've got Cote Pablo and Michael Weatherly this morning. Good morning, you two.
Good to see you guys. Good morning.
Good to see you as well. Okay, so let's talk about the fact that, as you mentioned, NCIS fans definitely know who your characters are. But you have a daughter. And we're still going through this whole will they or won't they thing. It's stressing us out, guys.
Yeah. Believe me, because I was very stressed out because I didn't find out I had a daughter, Tony DiNozzo, I speak of as until the character was 3 years old.
Yes.
Yeah, she was 3 years old when I found out about her. I don't know. Have I ever done a paternity test? Maybe I should.
It's too late now.
Come on.
That's going to be the twist later in the season. Dabkovich makes a cameo. You are not the father. Cote, I was reading on Wikipedia, which you know is the source of all information.
It's very reliable.
That you sent a video audition for NCIS 20 years ago, and then you and Michael did a chemistry test. First of all, is that true? And do you remember anything from that day?
Oh, yes. I remember walking the streets of Manhattan towards an audition for a character that was sort of a generic, because at the time she wasn't an Israeli, a Mossad officer. So she was European, I think maybe even Czechoslovakian. It was for an agent, and it was for a show called NCIS. And so I came in and I did my audition and I went home. And then a couple of weeks later, I get a random phone call, like on a Friday, saying, hey, by the way, you're testing Monday for this show. And I said, which one? Because I had been sort of progressively auditioning for all of these other shows. And I thought, well, which one am I testing for? And they said, well, this show called NCIS. And I said, oh, okay, great. And at the time, I had a representative who was saying, don't get your hopes up. It's probably not going to happen. So don't worry about it. And I kept on saying, hey, can I have the sides? And he said, well, it's not real. Don't worry. And then Sunday rolls along, and it's 4 p.m., and I get a frantic phone call saying, the deal went through. You have to get it on a plane in just a couple of hours. And then, of course, I was rushing to study my lines and everything, because then the next day, my life changed.
Like they used to say in the Virginia Sims ads, you've come a long way, baby.
Yes.
I met this guy, and then that's what happened.
Now,
and I still think that audition got me the part, but not because of what I did in the room, because of the reaction I had to Michael. So I'm giving you
about the chemistry.
a little bit of a prop there.
There it is.
Michael, what do you remember from that first test you guys had together?
Yeah, it was an incredible afternoon, and it was at a place called Television City out there in Los Angeles, and Beverly Boulevard in Fairfax, and I was like, all right, why am I here? What's going on? And when I came in, they gave me the sides, but I just started ad-libbing, and then this one.
He had the part, so he knew the character really well. And plus, he was sort of, they had just given him the sides, so obviously he wasn't ready to test. I mean, he wasn't testing, he had the part. So I was coming in with an expectation of somebody that was going to come in and basically memorized and all of that. And, obviously years later, I'm like, what was I thinking? He was just doing me a huge favor even coming in and reading, you know what I mean? And I had all of these expectations. Well, my Lord.
Nobody in that room would have thought 20 years from now we're going to be talking to you guys in Sacramento about a Tony and Ziva Paramount Plus, because there was no such thing, a streaming show, 10 episodes shot in Europe with, Rome action, spy setting, with a daughter who's like a burgeoning teenager. Yeah. I mean, it's an extraordinary story. We are so lucky that it happened, and it's really because of the great fans out there who, stop us all around the world, and we did this really for them.
Man. Michael, you put a button on that one, because the premiere is tonight, as you mentioned, on Paramount Plus. You can catch all the 10 episodes that are coming up, and we're very excited to see. It's a different take on NCIS, this Tony and Ziva. I like this. Thank you so much for your time this morning, guys.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
I would say the results of the chemistry test were positive.
Yeah.
They have it 20 years later.
They do have the chemistry.